Kia ora everybody, and welcome to my third instalment of my All Blacks player reviews and ratings. Last night was the third test in the Steinlager series between All Blacks and France, and what a game it was. I was lucky enough to have gone to that game last night in Dunedin, and I tell you what, it was one of the best games you could have gone to. It had everything you could have asked for. Two very competitive teams, an amazing All Black squad, little bit of controversy, and an all-round great atmosphere and great game. So let's get into it. France played awesome, and as they have done in the past three games, started off in the All Blacks half dominating. They spent the first 10 minutes camped out in the All Blacks half and resulted in getting an early try. And you look at the scorecard and you see 49-14 All Blacks, but that does not reflect the game whatsoever. France were in it for the full 80. They never gave up. They never lost spirit. And it was finally good to see France keeping that spirit, keeping that positivity, and always questioning the All Blacks. A couple of key moments that I'll briefly go over. 7th minute, concussion to French captain Morgan Parra, their halfback. Huge loss. He's been outstanding all series. He's been so monumental, and it was a real loss to see him go off. However, replacements came on and France kept at it without their captain, kept challenging, and I was so amazed to see that. All Blacks, yep, they started slow as they've done in the last three games. France have capitalised early in the first 10 to 15 minutes, and then the All Blacks have got into gear. That happened again last night. However, the All Blacks, they can't afford to do that in the Rugby Championship because teams like Australia and South Africa will capitalise more than what France have done. So All Blacks really need to get going from kick-off and get early possession, get early territory and get tries. But other than that, All Blacks played an outstanding game. 4 debutants played for the All Blacks last night. The first time Steve Hansen has named 4 debutants in one side. It was a great moment to see Shannon Frizzell playing number 6 from Tasman, Jack Goodhue starting centre from Canterbury, Richie Mo'unga coming off the bench at first 5 from Canterbury, and Jackson Hemelpo only being in the squad for 6 days, getting a good 20 minutes. So really good to see it, the All Blacks developing the youth, getting some good game time for these debutants, and honestly, they impressed. I can't think of one All Black that didn't have a good game last night. That's how amazing they're showing together. Great turnaround from last week, and it was just magic to watch. Anyways, let's get into some player reviews. Ben Smith, good game last night from Ben Smith. Finally came back to the fullback jersey where he's so good. 11 runs, awesome try, a try assist. He was always there. He made his tackles. So brilliant game, Ben Smith. I'm going to give him a 7.5. Waisake Naholo, crowd favourite. The crowd were chanting his name. When he got the ball in space, he was vicious, he was violent, he bet defenders, he bumped people off. Unfortunately, didn't get as much ball in space as what I would have hoped, as much as he would have hoped, but nonetheless, carried strong, tackled well, 7 for Naholo. Jack Goodhue on debut, 5 from 7 tackles. Look, he was solid and he did what the All Blacks selectors asked him to do. He made his tackles, he distributed well, and he did the nitty-gritty stuff. You sort of see segments of an early Conrad Smith coming through, but nonetheless, great start to his All Black career. Amazing work, Jack Goodhue. Hope to see more of you. I give you a solid 7. Comeback king, Sonny Bill Williams. Was ruled out for the whole series about a month ago. Came back to play this third test, and good comeback as well for Sonny Bill, slotting into 12. New pairing with Jack Goodhue. Was always going to be an interesting make-up in the midfield, something completely different, but something that just seemed to work, seemed to gel. Sonny Bill made 36 metres, made 4 from 6 tackles. Very good decision-making when to offload the ball and when not to offload the ball. I really respected that. Times he got that offload away, which was amazing, and times where he decided not to, and I think he's grown over his 7 years in that All Black jersey. So, good game, Sonny Bill. Good comeback. I'm giving him another solid 7. Young Rieko Ioane. What a game he had, didn't he? 13 runs, 151 metres, 6 defenders beaten, and a second half hat-trick. Only a handful of players have managed to score hat-tricks against France. Now he is added to that list. Amazing game, Rieko Ioane. He was always in it. As I've been saying for the last 2 weeks, give him ball in space and he will do amazing things. They did that last night. You showed how magic he is. So an 8 for Rieko Ioane. Absolutely outstanding. Can see why a lot of people claim him as being the best winger in the world. And honestly, for a young kid, he has got a big future. Damian McKenzie answered his critics last night. People have said he shouldn't be 10. People say he should only be fullback. He's too young to control a backline. But I tell you what, he did that last night. And amazing. 7 from 7 kicks with the tee. Didn't miss a kick. His kicking at the start of the game was a little bit rusty. He kicked one dead. Didn't find the touchline on a couple of occasions. Nonetheless, 2 amazing tries. 1 controversial. We'll talk about that later. Blistering runs, carved up the back line, distributed well. Damian McKenzie was probably my man of the match, and I give him 8.5. Amazing work. Aaron Smith, look, his best game of the series. I've been quite harsh on him the last 2 weeks, but he stepped up last night. 7 from 8 tackles, a great try assist. Kicking game was really good as well. His box kicks and his tactical kicks were on point last night. As I've said, I would like to see him run more a bit around the ruck, but last night his passing was good. He was pretty reliable. I'm going to give him a 6.5. Luke Whitelock. Very solid Luke Whitelock performance. Did not miss a tackle. Managed to get 10 from 10. A great try assist. Very dominant, and his presence was felt at ruck time. You know, he scrums well, packing in at number 8, and just keeps on chipping at it. Gets good turnovers, good distributor of the ball when he needs to be. Still, we are missing Kieran Reid, but for this series, Luke Whitelock has been a great fill-in, so I give him a 7.5. Ardie Savea, unfortunately, he's been the apprentice for so many years, and he finally got a rare test start tonight. Unfortunately for Ardie Savea, came off in the 16th minute with an injury. Real shame for him. He looked so promising. He made 4 from 4 tackles. I'm not able to give him a rating though, but real shame, and hopefully he comes back soon. Shannon Frizzell, another debutant last night. Bit of an unknown person at first when you first hear the All Blacks squad. However, came out, made 12 from 14 tackles. He was solid at breakdown too. He got denied a try, which was really unfortunate. His presence was felt, and it was a very solid debut in my opinion. I give Shannon Frizzell 7. Hopefully he gets maybe some more game time and gets to learn a bit more. Scott Barrett. Best game he has ever played for the All Blacks last night. Scott Barrett, basically another man of the match in my opinion with Damian McKenzie. 19 tackles made. 80 minutes of solid football, a good line-out steal. He was everywhere. His presence was felt. He was making hard tackles. He was effective at the breakdown, and he was truly amazing last night. Scott Barrett, pat on the back to you. It was amazing, you know. A lot of people say he might be playing in his brother's shadow, but he has cast his own shadow. Scott Barrett, superb. 8.5. You, sir, had an amazing game. Sam Whitelock. 69 minutes of football last night for Sam Whitelock. 12 from 13 tackles. Good at breakdown. Scrummed well. Lineouts were good. Very good Sam Whitelock performance. He's had a great series as captain. Good learning curve. And I think this has been a very good series for him. Developing some great leadership roles. Another solid performance last night. I give him a 7.5. Owen Franks got 45 minutes of football last night, and in that 45 minutes made 10 tackles from 12 attempts, scrummed really well. Look, towards the back end of career it is, as everyone can see. Nonetheless, he's still scrummaging as you want him to. He's making tackles. His best game probably last night. I give him a 7. Cody Taylor, a good 71-minute effort. Always involved, always around. Didn't have as much ball as what we would have liked from him, unfortunately. However, lineouts were good, scrummed well, 4 runs, 9 tackles, solid game, Cody Taylor. I give him a 7 out of 10. And Joe Moody, 63-minute effort for him last night. Another very good game, you know, he's really stepping into that loose head jersey. Considered a penalty, but that's okay. Scrummed really well, 10 tackles, solid effort, Joe Moody. Didn't get the ball carrying that maybe we would have liked to have seen him. However, he was very effective when he did get ball and at breakdown, so I give him 6.5. A cheeky little hypnosis of the bench. Liam Coltman came on with 9 minutes to go. Good for him to get another cap under the belt. Congratulations. Wasn't able to rate him in 9 minutes, but looked comfortable. Karl Tuinukuafi, 17 minutes on. Did what you asked him to do. Scrummed well, a couple of carries. So a solid 7 from Karl Tuinukuafi. Ofa Tuingafasi came on with 33 minutes to go. Made 5 tackles. Pretty reliable. Good scrumming. Again, expected by your reserve props. I give him a 7. Jackson Himmelpour, congratulations on a very successful debut last night. Got 20 minutes of game time. His presence was felt, a couple of good carries. And yeah, he just had a very good game off the bench. And I think this could be a kid that could go a long way in the black jersey in the future. Solid 6, just because he only got 20 minutes, but looked very comfortable. Matt Todd came on in the 16th minute for Ardie Savea. Matt Todd, one of the most underrated players in New Zealand rugby. He would be starting flanker for any other international team. That's how good he is. Finally got some good game time last night. 11 tackles, great try, 7 runs. Very good game from Matt Todd. Probably one of his best in the black jersey as well. I'm giving him a solid 8. Honestly, want to see more of him in the black jersey. He's got about 14 tests over the last 5 years. A real shame, but he is amazing and he keeps persisting, and I really respect that about Matt Todd. TJ Perenara, 17 minutes of game time last night. Came on for Aaron Smith, who was having a pretty good game. Did his passing well, made a good tackle. Didn't see any runs from him though, so I'm giving TJ a 6. Richie Mo'unga, congratulations on your debut last night. Only got 11 minutes. Had a little moment where he looked potent on attack. Made 2 good tackles. Wasn't able to rate him, but we'll definitely see more of him in the black jersey. And Jordie Barrett came on with 23 minutes to go for Sonny Bill, who injured his shoulder. And filled in for the back line, filled in a position where he has played before, but not at this level, and just looks solid. So Jordie Barrett 6. All in all, great way to end the series for both squads. Both teams should be very happy how they played. In other rugby news, Scotland beat Argentina 44-15 in Argentina. Congratulations, Scotland. Ireland clinched the series against Australia, winning 20-16 last night in what was an immense physical game and was a real watch last night, a real joy to watch. Good on Ireland. Australia looked threatening going into the Rugby Championship. And England winning their first game 25-10 over South Africa. England with new variations. Danny Cipriani at 10 is amazing. Superb. 5 years ago, no one would believe he'd be starting 10 for England. He is back in 10 jersey now, doing amazing things. Good on you, Danny Cipriani. Despite the loss, South Africa still very threatening for the Rugby Championship. So it should be a very good contest. All in all, just amazing game last night. There was controversy with Damien McKenzie's first try, where the ref obstructed the French halfback from getting to Damien McKenzie. Yes, referees should not be standing in the D line. Very silly position, but he didn't. There was nowhere he could go. It could go either way, whether you call a no try and set a scrum or you just allow the try. Depends what colours you're wearing on the night, I guess. So unfortunate, but hey, that's something that we can all learn. So all in all, great game. Cannot wait for the Rugby Championship coming up in the next couple of months. First test is in Australia against Australia. I'm excited. Thank you guys for listening. Please give us a like and some feedback, and you'll see me maybe next week. Thank you.